Hello folks, welcome to the canal channel Jose. Today we're gonna show you the defects on a quick connect faucets, and we installed this faucet ourselves, and we knew from the beginning that we were gonna have some trouble. So we installed it, and now we're gonna take it off and replace it with the screw-on hoses, and they're just not quick connect on this one. This one we pay a little bit more. This faucet that we're about installing is cheaper, but these quick connect hoses gave us some headaches. And now what we're doing, every time we open the faucet and the connections are going to the neck, it starts leaking because they're not to be for long periods of time. So we had a bad experience. We understood that we were going to have some problems with this faucet. So now it's time to change it, and it's maybe a few months old. So we're going to take it out and put the original mechanical screw-on faucet that is going to last longer. So with that, we're going to show you the defect, what's doing, and then how you can get rid of that problem. So with that, let's get started. So every time we open the hot or cold side, we're going to show you what's happening underneath the sink on this faucet. So we have the bottom of the sink, we have our valves from the wall coming out, and then we have the this quick connect that is going to the neck, or where the water comes out in the top, and this is the cold and hot water where they merge. And look at what happens when I open the faucet. You can see all the water rushing out of there, leaking in the bottom of the sink. And these are quick connect faucets, and that's the problem with these faucets, that if you don't see, they don't seal right. So we are replacing it, because with the original screw on to the wall hoses, so if you don't catch this on time, this whole bottom of the sink is gonna be moldy, and it's gonna be just a wood going bad. So you're gonna have to replace the whole unit because of that water that has been leaking from the quick connect on the faucet. So that's why we don't like quick connect faucets, because if you run that and it keeps leaking like that, you're gonna have big problems. So that's why we're replacing it with the screw-on fittings, just like the old stuff, because it's more secure. So now we got this faucet that we're going to install, and we're going to show you the difference between the mechanical screw-on hoses to the quick connect hoses. So we're going to take this off and show you the differences and why we don't like the quick connect faucets. First, what we do, we shut the water off at the 90s. We verify that there's no water at the faucet, so now we can start taking it off. So this is the setup of the faucet. This is the hot water, cold water. The cold water from the wall comes in here, and as you operate the valve, it goes through it, and then it has a quick connect here. When you install it, it goes in right there. So we don't trust that fitting, and then it goes through here, and then it merges in a Y going to the neck where it comes out so you can wash your hands. We don't trust these because the quick connect, and we're going to show you the close look why we don't trust it. The threaded ones can seal better because it's mechanical fitting. This is mechanical, but this is all about pressure. So if the plastic starts giving, it's going to spit out and it's going to start leaking, even if the pressure is being held by the valve that we open and close when it comes out of the wall. But these fittings are going to start giving, and they're going to start leaking underneath the sink like it did on our sink. We're replacing it with these mechanical threaded fittings that we have on our new faucet. So we don't want that anymore, because that started leaking underneath our sink. And as you can see, this is the O-rings. There's two O-rings in here, and all it slides right in there, and it secures. But as you can see, with the pressure, it moves back and forth once it locks, and that can create a leakage. Because of the cold water, it will shrink, and then the water will just start coming out, and that's going to make a problem underneath the sink. And that's why we don't trust these quick connect fittings. From the beginning, we knew we were going to have a problem, but we didn't know how soon, and it's pretty soon. It's not less than, it's few months gone by, and then we already have a leak from this fitting. So we're going to replace this whole setup with a brand new faucet. So now we have connected the faucet from the bottom, so we can expose it here on the sink, what we mean by the problem when it leaks right at the quick connection. So you can see now what's happening. So here it is, the quick connect, and we try to adjust it, but then it starts leaking again. Look at how much water is leaking. So every time you open the faucet, it's going to start leaking. These quick connectors are just not mechanical efficient, so that's why we're replacing it. So here we have the new faucet. The new faucet is going to be attached to the water by a hose that is actually threaded into it. And as we thread it into it, we have a seal inside that as we compress it and we tighten it and create pressure between the faucet and the hose, is going to seal with that gasket, so we can tighten it and not break it. This ones have a quick connect, and it has two O-rings in here that are the ones that are sealing, but all it does is they go in and they get compressed, and then if they move around or they shrink, they're gonna create a leak like we had. This one is mechanical. All you do is you thread it in and don't have to worry too much, just like the plastic ones, because these are more efficient. They're older technology, but they're more secure from leaking. So now we have that quick connect faucet set up, going through the hot water from the wall, through the valve, going to the white where it goes right into the faucet, or it comes out of at the sink. And then same setup over here, coming out of the cold water from the wall, going through the valve, and then going into the Y where it comes out of that. So this is the setup for the old stuff, quick connect, that we don't like. So here is a new setup that we have. This is the hot water coming from the wall, going through the valve. The valve lets it into the faucet, and it comes out of the sink. Cold water, same thing, wall, valve to neck, and then it comes into the faucet at the sink. So these two, they're not quick connect anymore, and neither one at the valve. So they all have to be threaded in and tighten it, and then there's less possibilities of leaking in the bottom like the quick connect valve was doing. So now we install this. Now we just remove the old valve, or the new valve that it was leaking. So now we're going to install a new faucet, and that way we get rid of that problem, because those quick connect were giving the problem even if they were new. So now we install a new faucet that is mechanical attached by being threaded every single fitting. So now we have finished the process of replacing the old faucet with a new faucet, even though the old faucet was a couple months old. So now we just verify that everything's tight underneath. Once we do that, we feed water to the valves, and then we test our faucet. So now we have the faucet, which is all threaded and leak tight. It's been installed. As you can see, it's not no more the quick connect. like these hoses. That was a quick connect, and quick connect to the faucet or to the middle piece, and now we don't have that kind of hoses anymore. So now we have the water on, we have water to the faucet, so there should be no more leaks anymore. Well, folks, hopefully this video was informative and helpful, because these quick connect hoses are not the greatest. They can create a headache instead of solving a problem. So hopefully this is helpful. And for those folks who are watching our video and haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you like our video, give us thumbs up, share it, and we'll see you soon with more videos here on el canal El Chano Jose.